For almost 20 years, I said I was powerless. For almost 20 years, I said that I was an addict. No more. No more. I am powerful, and so are you. This is Powerful Eric for PETV. Welcome. I'm going to share my story about how I was addicted to pornography and how I overcame it. I know how you feel, man. I have been there, and I'm not judging you or anyone who chooses to view porn or not view porn. I'm just here to tell you my story. Porn was wrecking my life. I just felt like a piece of crap. I didn't feel confident. It affected my work. I would give a presentation. I would get tongue-tied. My relationship with my wife was suffering because of my addiction to porn. I firmly started to fight this addiction in January of 1999. I went to my first 12-step meeting. And I've been to countless 12-step meetings. For almost 20 years I've been to 12-step meetings, and they work for a lot of people. But I tell you, they just did not work for me, at least on not viewing porn. In 12-step meetings, they have you introduce yourself. You say, "Hi, my name's Eric. I'm a sexaholic," or "Hi, I'm Eric. I'm a sex addict," etc. And right off the bat, that felt incongruent with the person I wanted to be by labeling myself like that. And then they have you say that, I or we are powerless over porn. And that combination of saying, "Hi, I'm Eric, I'm a sexaholic, and I am powerless over porn," it just was this negative affirmation that I said to myself for almost 20 years. And to myself and to in front of groups of people. And so I was creating my screen login. On my screen login, it just popped into my head. I said, I'm going to put, instead of just Eric as my screen name, I'm going to put Powerful Eric. Because, and this is the reason why, for almost 20 fucking years, I said how powerless I am over this addiction. I said for 20 years I labeled myself a sex addict. And in this program, we drop those labels. We drop the labels. And so for the first time in almost 20 years, I said, I am powerful. My name is Powerful Eric. God, it felt good. It feels good right now. I am powerful. And here's the thing. You are too. You are powerful. And now I'm here to tell you that you are not crap. You are powerful. If you're addicted to porn, you need to talk to a live, breathing human being. I don't know that a person can do it on their own. I mean, it's possible, of course, but one of the first people I talked to was a therapist that I had saw on Oprah years ago, a couple decades ago. And I talked to him on the phone, and he said that he wanted me to go to these 12-step meetings. And I said, well, I will do anything, but I'm not going to go and talk to groups of people about how I'm addicted to porn. And he said, well, I'm sorry to hear that, because I have never met anyone that has been able to overcome this addiction without help from other people. So I did go to the 12-step meetings, and the one good thing about 12-step meetings, I mean, there's a lot of good things. is the fellowship. And you know, what I'm gonna say here is going to anger a lot of people, and I know that. All the 12-steppers out there, and you know, hey, if it's working for you, keep doing it. Turn off this video now. Keep doing the 12-step meetings. I'm just telling you my personal experience. It did not work for me, at least on getting off of porn. Another thing that was challenging for me was in the 12-step meetings, they say that this is a disease. And I asked myself, did I catch this? Is it genetic? How did I get this disease? And it just was not resonating with me. It didn't feel right. I'm like, I don't know that this is a disease. It's a really bad habit. It maybe even is an addiction, but I don't know if it's a disease. I had a bad habit. I had perhaps an addiction. I did not have a disease. I am powerful. You are powerful. You can overcome it. And in the 12-step meetings, I was learning new ways to act out, quite frankly. Some guys would go into detail about their exploits. And at the beginning of every meeting, you go around and you say what your thing was, what you like to do. And a lot of times I'd be like, I've never heard of that. Oh, I'd like to try that. All these ideas would come to my mind, and it would just trigger me, and often I would go out and act out after the meeting because I was so triggered. I've also tried a lot of medications, antidepressants. I'm not an alcoholic, but I took a drug that alcoholics take to limit cravings. It did have a mild helpful effect, I gotta say, but ultimately, it was not the long-term solution. So what did work? What was helpful? Well, what changed my life? I came across a little app on my phone for mindfulness. It was created by my now friend and mentor, Craig Para, and his mindfulness app showed me how you can use the science of mindfulness to overcome addictions. And this just resonated with me. It just felt right. Addiction is the opposite of mindfulness. Mindfulness is using your mind to focus, concentrate, but I needed a little more. So I got a mindful habit coach, coached him. Him was extremely helpful in helping me crucial in helping me to get off porn. So helpful that I decided to become a mindful habit coach. So now I am a certified mindful habit coach. If you are struggling with addiction to pornography and you want some help, drop your name and your email address on the website. I'll contact you, and I will do a free phone consultation with you to help you. And if it's a good match, you can hire me as a coach. Finally, this is Powerful Eric for PETV saying there is another way. There is hope. End the porn habit. Reclaim your power.